If it's about love, if it's about justice.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Austin Haynes with the Waking Justice Project, and this is your daily wake-up call. Here's what the Corporatocracy is up to today, September 17th, 2019. You can visit our website at wakingjustice.org for more details. Here are the headlines. A new federal report shows that record income and wealth inequality in the U.S. is not just an issue of economic justice, it's a matter of life and death. The new report was originally commissioned by Senator Bernie Sanders. It reveals that poor Americans are now dying younger than richer Americans at historic rates. Wealth inequality in the U.S. is now higher than any other society at any time in the past, anywhere in the world. Record wealth inequality is driving record poverty rates in the U.S. According to the AP, a staggering 4 out of 5 Americans are now facing poverty. As poverty spreads beyond urban areas into American suburbs, access to healthy foods is further compromised. African American neighborhoods have access to half as many chain supermarkets as white neighborhoods, while Hispanic neighborhoods have access to about a third as many. There are now more dollar stores in the United States than all the Walmarts and Starbucks combined. Even when folks have better access to healthy food options, cost can be a barrier. Over the past 30 years, the price of fresh vegetables has tripled in cost, while the price of processed meat and dairy foods has been cut in half. And ultimately, it's cheap, subsidized meat and dairy foods that are driving this health crisis. A new report from Doctors Against Dairy, just published today, shows that 18 of the top 20 big pharma products are medicines that treat diseases associated with eating meat and dairy. The report makes it clear, meat and dairy-based foods are the leading cause of disease and death for all Americans. And further, it's clear that big meat and dairy is the primary profit center for big pharma. As we reported last week, healthcare revenues now make up almost 20% of the US GDP. That's about $4 trillion a year. That's huge. That's almost as much as the entire GDP of Japan, the third largest national economy in the world. It's why the big banks of Wall Street are getting in on the healthcare scam. Over the weekend, Eileen Applebaum tweeted a stunning thread on how big banks are secretly jacking up our healthcare costs. They're buying up doctors' practices and medical facilities, and then billing us exorbitant rates for the same care. Eileen is co-director of the Center for Economic and Policy Research. Senator Sanders, the frontrunner in the Democratic primary, shared her report on Twitter. Sanders has previously challenged his fellow candidates to refund all donations from Big Pharma and said he'd do the same. Will the Democratic candidates also agree to refund all donations from Wall Street as well? We'll see. At Waking Justice, we call this healthcare racket the corporatocracy's disease-for-profit food system. It keeps us sick, distracted, and profitable. And big politics, big pharma, big banks, and big meat and dairy are all in it together. They're all connected. Most folks don't realize that all the major companies across those industries are all mutually invested in each other's success. They invest in each other's stocks and appoint their people to each other's boards of directors. And it's beyond delusional to think that we could ever vote such entrenched and moneyed elites out of power. We're not saying don't vote. We're saying we need to combine our voting with economic activism. In this corporate plutocracy, economic boycott is the only real power we have left. But it's enough. If you want to learn how all of us in the work of global justice can join together in strategic boycott and force this corporatocracy to the people's bargaining table to end all of this needless suffering and corruption and to save our planet, please visit our website at wakingjustice.org. Check out our About page and listen to our first podcast. We're running out of time, but we do have the power. Let's do this. Peace.
You must be involved in the struggle for freedom and justice.
If it's about love, if it's about
Justice is waking, justice is rising. Justice is waking, justice is rising.
If it's about
Justice is waking, justice is rising. And it ain't just us, it's all of us. Justice is waking, justice is rising. And it ain't just us, it's all of us.
if it's about
May every soul unite, tend the fire and let old coals relight. I'm a citizen of the world and we fight for the rights of everybody to live a truly free life. Red or yellow, black or white, left or right, gay or straight, human or animal or life. Cause what matters is what is in common. If you know it, stand tall and keep dropping the knowledge.
Justice is waking, justice is rising. And it ain't just us, it's all of us.
if it's about love.